Hello everyone, welcome back to another tier list video, where this time I'll be ranking all the charms in Hollow Knight. I was thinking about doing a boss one, but then I realized I haven't fought every boss because there's like 3 of them exclusive to the Pantheon of Hollowness, and I'm still stuck on the Pantheon of the Sage. You can watch me try to beat in the Eye in the Corner. I have to tell you, I wasn't successful though. So anyway, we're going to be getting right into this. Luckily, I figured out how to do presenter mode on Tier Maker, so it'll look a lot better for you guys now. And also be sure to go in the description below because I'm going to link this so you can rank it yourself. So anyway, we're going to start with the first one here. This is breakable strength. No, fragile strength. I'm mixing it up. So fragile strength here, all the fragile ones are pretty garbage. I'll be honest, like unless you're like really good at the game, I think it might be because you get the fragile ones early on. So like they're just going to break constantly, there's no point. So I never touched fragile strength. So, and since I'm not trying to be objective here, it's just like my opinion. So I'm going to put it in D tier. Glowing Room is B tier. I really like Glowing Room because it was the first like friend charm I got, and I like not being alone and having like children following me around. But the issue is the children take up souls, so that means it's pretty bad. But I find it fun for grinding Geo, especially in combination with a couple other charms I'll get to later on, because then I discovered that the second trial in the Coliseum of Fools gives you way more Geo. But for a long time, my primary Geo thing, I'll tell you later on when I get to, I'm going to try to see, will I do Grub Song? When I get to Grub Song, I'll explain the whole strategy, if you're tired of Trial of Coliseum of Fools. Now, this is Fragile Heart again, and it raises your health, but it breaks when you die. This raises your strength, but it breaks when it dies. I think it's slightly better than Fragile Strength, but it's still pretty bad. Now for Dream Shield. Dream Shield's good. It just makes a shield go around you and it damages people if it hits it, and it just protects you from like projectiles. It's a good charm. It has a combination of Dream Wielder, but to be honest, I've never put it together. Next Trial of Fool run, I'm probably gonna put Dream Shield and Dream Wielder because I never found out they had that interaction. Grim Child here, B tier, above Glowing Room, because it's like Glowing Room but better, to be honest, because you get Grim Child, but instead of taking your soul to attack, he just shoots out himself. What's this? I know what it does, but I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. I just know it's basically useless, so I'm putting it down here. It makes it so that you knock opponents back further, which you don't want to do, because then you don't get any more hits in. If you're not going to knock the opponent back super far, you don't want, because then you won't be able to hit them again. You have to chase them down. But if like you hit them and then they knock down back a little, you can go in and hit again. So I really don't understand the point of this charm. Here we got Hive Blood. Makes it so that if you stand still, after you take damage for long enough, the health will regain itself. This is a B tier because first of all, it's how I beat the White Palace. That was hard. I still haven't done the Path of Pain. I tried. I can't even get past the first jump there, so I don't have any hope for me. But then it also makes it that you're invincible to the enemies in the hive, and that means I can just hang out in the hive, it's a weird thing to do, but I like it. Now we have King Soul. I'm not gonna get into like how you get this or anything. Well, I haven't gotten into any of it because it's really spoiler heavy, but it has to be in D tier because it costs like I believe like 5 slots just for it to slowly refill your soul. Like if you're like a 2-slot charm, I would have really liked it, and I probably would have used it a lot. But it was near useless in the state it is in. Lifeblood Core, Lifeblood Core gets an A. It gives you extra health, but in the form of Lifeblood Hearts. And if you don't know about Lifeblood Hearts, Lifeblood Hearts make it so that you get extra health, but you can't heal that health. So it's like temporary health. Mark of Pride. Yeah, it goes above Grim Child here. It makes your nail slightly longer, so you have a bigger attack range. Nail Master's Glory has to go up. No, there. It makes it so that you can charge up nail arts faster. So that means I can do my special moves faster. The Soul Eater makes it so that... No, is this Soul Eater? Oh, this is Shaman Stone, not Soul Eater, sorry. Shaman Stone makes your spells do more damage, which I've always liked using, so I think it's going to go here. I used it in conjunction with like every other soul-based charm in my Fluke Marm fight just to spam Abyss Shriek over and over again until it died. It was fun. Shape of Un. Now, first of all, even putting aside my bias for Un, who's the best higher being, and we should all be worshipping Un, we need to unite with Un. Shape of Un is just a great charm. Make sure that when focusing or healing, you turn into a slug, and you can move around as you heal, so it means you can dodge attacks. But that's not even the best part. Because you're a slug, you're shorter, so a lot of the enemy's attacks just go right over you. And sometimes, even if the attack doesn't go over you, you still just don't take damage. Like the Mantis Lords have a charge attack where they charge at you, and if you use this, you're dodging their like weapon, but you're still touching them. In this game, if you touch them, you take damage. So, but you just don't take damage. So, I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but it's just really fun to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna heal in the middle. This is amazing for the Mantis Lord fight. You can heal in 2 out of the 3 of their attacks using this. It's really great. Next, this is Soul Eater I was talking about. It makes it so that spells take up less soul. And if you don't know, soul is like, it's like your, I guess the best way to put it is like your magic, your MP in like JRPGs. Or even RPGs. I'm pretty sure RPGs follow this system too. And to be honest, I didn't use it much, but I recognize that it's really good, so I'm gonna put it here. Cause I never really focused on spells in my game. This is Spell Twister. Wait, then what's that? Oh, sorry. This is Soul Eater, mixes so that you get more soul with each hit. It still belongs there, though. This is Spell Twister. That does exactly what I said Soul Eater did before. So it goes here. Sorry about that. This is Soul Twister. Where you Spell Twister, where your spells take up less soul. This is Soul Eater, where you get more soul by hitting people. Stalwart Shell gives you more invincibility frames. I don't care, to be honest. I really don't care. Steady Body now. This makes it so that if you hit someone, you don't get knocked back. So I'm going to put it in B tier. B tier is getting huge. Unbreakable Heart now. We're getting into the good stuff. Unbreakable. You get into B tier. It's just permanent extra health. And unlike Fragile Heart, it doesn't break. Unbreakable Strength. This is... I'm trying to think. No, because I can live without it. S tier is the ones where like this is permanently glued to my build. I can never take it off. Unbreakable Strength is going up here, definitely. Dream Wielder. It has some combo effects, like I mentioned, with Dream Shield, but it just makes it so that you use your Dream Nail faster and you get more soul. Definitely D tier. Weave a Song is another one of those friend charms. And you get like little spider friends and they attack people for you, so I like it slightly more than Grim Child because you just get more in general because there's just one Grim Child and I think you get three Weavers, 3 or 2 Weavers. Balder Shell makes so that when you're focusing, you get like a shell around you and you get protected. It has a combo thing of Shape of Un where you become a snail. That's cool, but I never really found it useful, especially since I'm pretty sure it can only take 3 hits and it's as if you just wasted 2 slots. Carefree Melody, you have to choose between getting Grimchild or Carefree Melody. Carefree Melody is awful. It makes it so that randomly when you take damage, you just don't take damage, which is kind of bad, since it's all luck based. So I would never use it. So I know there's some ways you can cheat it. Make it so that you always if you take damage beforehand and then go into the boss, it makes it so that you always resist that first hit. But I don't like it. Dash Master here, above Baldur Shell, makes it so that you can dash more often and you can dash straight down. It also looks like sand, so that's cool. Deep Focus, above Baldur Shell here. Deep Focus makes it so that when you focus, you take in 2 health instead of 1 health, but it makes focusing take longer, and that taking longer is way too long. It also takes 4 charm slots, I think, so it's never worth it. Defender's Crest up here. I know it's objectively bad, but it's from my boy Dung Defender. We need to protect Dung Defender, and we got it from him, so I wore it for like the majority of my playthrough after Dung Defender. Okay, I just loved him so much. What is it? I really can't remember. I can't remember the name of this charm. It's something to do with flukes, but it makes it so that your Vengeful Spirit, is it Vengeful Spirit? I don't really know which one it's called, because each spell gets an upgrade and it changes its name. Makes it that way your shooty shoot spell becomes you just shoot out a bunch of flukes. I personally hate it. So I'm not hated enough to put there because it takes away your range, and I'm using my shooty shoot. I love calling it that. I'm using my shooty shoot spell because the enemy's far away. I don't want to lose range. There we go. Break. Fragile greed. Yeah, here. This goes above all the other fragile ones because you're not meant to be using it in difficult areas. You're meant to use it when you're grinding for Geo. So I didn't really care that it was breakable. Fury of the Fallen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. Yeah, here. I'm sorry. I can't use the whole I'm gonna get on 1 health and then kill everything strategy. I'm too bad at the game. What this does makes it that if you're about to die, you do like double damage, which is great if you're good enough at the game to dodge all the attacks, but I'm not. Gathering Swarm, it's going into A tier. I think it goes above this. Gathering Swarm makes it so that when when enemies drop Geo, which is the currency in this game, like a little bugs come and they pick it up and bring it to you. That's really great for Geo grinding again. That's why it's here. Grubberfly Elegy, I never used it. It makes it so that when you're at full health, only at full health, you shoot lasers out of your sword, sort of like what Link does in the Zelda series, if you're familiar with that. But I never stay at full health, and the only use it really has is in the Radiant boss fights, and to be honest, I never really got into the Radiant boss fights that much. In the Radiant boss fights, you get killed in 1 hit, so you might as well equip this. Grub Song is S tier. What Grub Song does is makes so that when you take damage, you take soul. And as someone who's awful at the game and always taking damage, this is a great thing to get. I'm not kidding. I would love to. It makes it so that whenever you take damage, it helps you out a bit, so you're not all the way down. This is Joni's Blessing. What it does is it turns all your health into lifeblood hearts, and that's really great because it allows you to have more health and use your soul for stuff other than healing because you can't heal back in lifeblood hearts. This is how I beat the. I don't know if I should say it. No, this name wouldn't make sense to you if you didn't get up to it, so I can say it. It's how I beat the Radiance. So I'm not going to say anything else about the Radiance, but this is how I beat it. This is the only way I could do it. Lifeblood. I don't know what this is called, but it's Lifeblood something. It's just the worst version of Lifeblood Core, but it takes up less charm slots. But I use this all the time in game. Long Nail. Where's Mark of Pride? Slightly better than Mark of Pride because it has more range. So that's the only reason I'm using it. It has less charm slots, so I can throw it in if I have a couple charm slots to spare. Nail Master. What? Why are there 2 Nail Master's Glories? I guess I'm just gonna put you here. Quick Focus. This is good stuff. Quick Focus makes it so that you focus or heal twice as fast. That's amazing. And if you combine it with Shape of Wound, it means that your slug is twice as fast. So it's really good. Everyone always sings the praises of Quick Slash, this charm, but I've never really enjoyed it that much. But I agree that it's a good charm, but I've never really found that great use of it. So I'm going to put it in B tier here. Sharp Shadow. I think the only thing that can beat Shape of Wound. Sharp Shadow is amazing. It makes your shadow dash where you go through enemies, do damage to that enemy. So that means I can just be dashing through the enemies and doing damage to them every time. And that's really fun to do, really. So that's the only reason it's here. And I bet at least 50% of my damage I do on every enemy is from this Sharp Shadow. Especially on Hive Knight, he does those charge attacks all the time. It's like, oh, we're going to charge into each other, and I end up winning. Shaman Stone. Yeah, here. It makes you get more soul, but it costs a lot less. So it's like Soul Eater. Whichever one Soul Eater is, I swear that all these soul charms look so similar. It's like Soul Eater, but slightly worse, but for less cost, so I end up using it more often. Spore Shroom makes it so that when you heal, like a cloud of spores surround you and they damage anyone who comes close to you. And that's really, really good when combined with Defender's Crest, because instead of being a cloud of spore, it's a cloud of stink. So it does more damage and it spreads out more. Amazing on the Broken Vessel and Lost Kin fight. Sprint Master makes you faster. Oh, rhyming. I really like it because I like going faster. That's it. Steady. Why are there doubles on this? I already did steady body. Go back of Nail Master. Thorns of Agony. No. Yeah, Thorns of Agony is great. To make so that when you take damage, you like spread out into thorns, and it damages and like it does a lot of damage to the boss, and that's great because as I said, I'm awful at this game, so I'm always taking damage. Unbreakable Greed. We gotta put it up here. I don't think it quite hits the strength of these, but it's still great for getting GL. Another double. Void Heart does nothing, so D tier. I'm sorry. it's like it's just a story. It's just there for story reasons. Now we have Wayward Compass. It's going in S tier, and this isn't for the jokes like, oh, Wayward Compass is the most powerful charm. No, it's actually great, and it was like part of my body for my entire run through because it actually lets you know where you are on your map. Why this wasn't just a feature in the game and not a charm, I have no idea. But it's just amazing. You need to always have it on. And that's what I find. Like, when people joke about it, they're kind of underselling what it actually is. Like, you don't need to joke about it to talk about how great it is. So, anyway, guys. Be sure to comment down below what your favorite charm is. And also be sure to like this video and subscribe because I'm really close to my goal of 100 subscribers. And I'm saying really close. So every little subscription helps. I believe I only need 6 subscribers at the moment. Okay, guys. Stay cool.